Welcome. This is Devin from Deadly Yard Gaming. For those coming for the first time, welcome. For those coming back, welcome back. Today is the day we are going to go over the happenings of the week, gaming news, wrap up of just things that's happened over the week, releases, game tidbits. So we're going to get into that here. Um, if y'all do like the content, please smash that like button. If you want to keep up to date with the news, my game guides, my builds, streams, whatever, I do a little bit of everything here. I do live stream, game reviews, game guides, of multiple games. So if y'all want to cover anything, just let me know. I'll take a look at it for you. Um, but other than that, if y'all want to keep up with everything, smash that subscribe button. Also, you feel free to join me in my Discord. The link is down below. Feel free to jump in there and chit chat with me and everybody else. Also, you can actually chat with me while I'm live streaming through my Discord. You don't have to join me live if you don't want to. But other than that, let's get into it. So, first off, we're going to start off with some small, some from our um, Switch buddies, people that like the Switches. If you've heard about the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, they just released some gameplay footage today. That is set to come out. Let's see here. They released a video here. We'll watch it real quick here in just a moment. Here we go. And yeah, that pretty decent game. So if you do like Switch and like games and play them, I don't particularly play it myself, but my kids do. Um, this does look like a pretty decent game, so keep an eye out for that. Let's see here. And we're going to go ahead and watch one of the videos just so y'all can kind of see what it's about. It should be a short video. Well, we're not going to watch the whole thing. Apparently it's 13 minutes, so I don't want to make this a really long video.
ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルドではリンク一人の冒険でしたが、今回はハイラル王国であったり他の種族であったりと協力して魔物たちと戦っています。と言っている間にハイラル平原の魔物たちは大砲で一掃できましたので、これからさらに、はい、他の魔物を掃討していくという。まだこのタイミングはまだリンクはみんな他の兵士と一緒に戦っているっていう状況なんです。そうですね。装備についてもハイラル兵、ハイリア兵の鎧、兵士の剣、はい。今のところがだいぶそうだ無双だったっていう。あれキャラクターアクションですね。はい、各キャラクターに固有のキャラクターアクションがありまして、リンクですとブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルドでも見れたような、はい、そうですね。弓矢ですね。弓攻撃と、あとは今見ていただいたのが縦サーフィンですね。ブレス・オブ・ザ・ワイルドのリンクのアクションで見れたような、はい、活躍が。
Alright, so I'll let that keep playing. But essentially, it's going to be released here in November 20th. So they are doing pre-orders already. Yes, it is in English. Sorry that this video just happened to be in Chinese. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't look like a bad game, especially something on Switch. A lot of enemies to kill, and stuff like that. So I'll more likely be doing a review of it once we get hands on with it, where I can do a game review of it and stuff like that. So, but we will go on to the next one. Let's pause that. But it doesn't look like a half bad game. Heist League 4 Path of Exile. That had released last Friday, and It's been pretty good. Been playing it since launch. My first character I kind of put on hold. Um, I was trying to do the Crackling Lance, um, made a build with that kind of an archmage, just like the lightning archmage. Um, but I mean, it's great damage, great single target damage, but for clear speed and stuff like that, it just no. It was annoying the crap out of me. Arc is just way more useful than that, so I just kind of put it on hold for right now. I'm switching it back to Arc, but I'm putting it on hold right now and bringing back my Sleepwalker carrying golem. It's used as my farmer and all that stuff. So, uh, but I'll be having those guides out here shortly once I get those finished up. But other than that, the league itself is been kind of trying. There's already been a couple patches where they've kind of been balancing some of the mechanics and stuff like that. So everybody's kind of getting wishy-washy with it, and then there's been some issues with crashing and stuff like that, which is definitely frustrating people of doing a grand heist where they get to the end and all that stuff and it crashes. And so the time, the effort, and all that stuff is just wasted. Uh, so I mean, it's not like um, a map where you have multiple portals to try it. If you leave by any means, that's it. You lose it. You lose all the loot, everything you picked up, all the progression, everything's done. Um, so definitely, they're making some changes. So hopefully they'll get that balance to and get those crashes. They fixed a few of them, but apparently I'm still hearing some are still having a few issues. But they also did implement this here a card for a new unique helm. It's more geared for minions. Haven't got a hold of it just yet. Kind of want to test it out of seeing if it's viable for the build that I'm gonna be running, but I don't think so since most of my pets are permanent based. So if using this, because essentially what this does is uh, as you can see, it gives you minion damage, but it also gives you the Death Wish skill. Um, but it also, I mean, it gives you life, reduced mana cost of minion skills. Whoop-dee, I don't really have to cast them myself very often, so it doesn't really matter. And then it makes your minions aggressive with it automatically. Um, so the Death Wish essentially what it does is a stage deal to where when you target your minions, you can essentially target up to 13, which makes them, and once you're finished the channel, those minions explode, do a lot of the damage, all that fun stuff, but they explode and die. So since mine are primarily just my golems, carrium golem, I do have zombies out and stuff like that, but if I'm doing 13, that's pretty much all of my minions are going to go away, then I'm going to be defenseless. So it might not be viable for my build, but if you run a build where you're having skeletons and zombies and um, like for instance skeletons, Battle Skeleton, if you pop Battle Skeleton, have all those minions out and just target those, hey, that's going to be a huge explosion. Now the damage, some of it is based off of their life pool. So um, depending on how you have it set up, it, they might not have big health pools, so it might not make much of a difference. So definitely something that we're kind of playing around with to see how we scale the damage and stuff off of it. Um, but yeah, but the the helmet looks really cool on. I'll show you the kind of what it looks like here. So, I mean, this skill kind of reminds me of Lost Epoch's um, minion. I can't remember the name of the skill right this second. Um, but Lost Epoch has a skill essentially the same thing but it kills like all the minions in an area. So, but it does essentially the same thing. You have your minions and you blow them up. So the more life they have, the more you can bring up that life pool, the more explosive damage they do. So definitely looks pretty cool how it's cast and everything. And then if you actually look at the helmet itself, I don't know if it's going to really show it in this. It doesn't look like it is, but the skull itself looks pretty cool on the character. But so far, I mean, it looks like a pretty cool helmet, and definitely can't wait to try it out. But so far, other than the issues with the crashing and all that stuff, the league's going smoothly. I mean, pretty smoothly. Um, it's fun. It's intriguing. Especially when you get those hard ones where you get through and you think you're doing great. Oh, I got all these chests and all that stuff, and then you get going, and then all of a sudden you turn after you set the alarm off and you try to run out, and you start getting rushed. Um, it it can get challenging. And like normal, it's dependent on your builds, of course. So, all right. So now we are getting into Ubisoft have a couple this week. They released their summon. I haven't got to play with it yet. I'm actually going to be playing it later today. Here, once I'm done with this, I'll be playing it and testing it out and everything like that. And then I'll make a separate video of my review on it, how I like it, what it looks like, and stuff like that. So I'll be doing a review on just the mode in general and the update itself. But they did update to the summit update with the summit mode, where you do the tower, where you can go up to 100 floors, where the enemies get harder and harder and harder. Um, so this comes along with the update 11 and the launch of season 3. So changes, additions, new mode, um, all kinds of new stuff to play with. So if you've been away from it, might be something that you might be interested, go check out and try it out and see how you like it. Um, and it'll probably be a good deal. Like I said, I'm actually gonna test the mode itself out here in just a little bit, so I'll probably have a review on it, maybe tomorrow, or maybe middle of the week or so. I'm depending on how it goes. If I completely hate it, it'll be a quick, short-term time frame to put it out. But if it's intriguing or whatever, if once I get to going through, I want to give it some time to really give it a chance, and then I'll make a review of it. Next on the list from Ubisoft is going to be Luna. The Ubisoft announces channel on Amazon's Luna Cloud gaming service. Essentially, it's giving you the ability to run. It's going to work on the Fire TV, PC, Mac, um, as well as web apps for iPhone and iPad. It's going to allow you to play games up to 4K resolution on Luna. Play games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Far Cry 6, Mortals Phoenix Rising, as well as older titles as well. These are some of the newer ones. Um, it's also going to allow you to, it's going to have integration with Twitch, allowing you to be, from what it's saying, if you're on Twitch watching someone play something that you've never played or whatever the case may be, and you're like, hey, cool, hey, that looks cool, I want to play that, you can instantly start playing it. Yeah. Uh, It says Twitch integration, allowing players to go from watching streams of their favorite games to playing instantly. Uh, so definitely we'll check that out once that gets going and checking all that stuff out. So you can request early access if you want, but that's that. So now on to the next thing. Call of Duty Cold War. Now, it's not out yet. Next month. They just had their preview exclusive thing for you PS people out there that have PlayStations to get the early access, double early access deal. But it's getting a lot of back and forth of good and bad reviews, um, in which they're fixing some things and changing some. Some are the way it was intended and all kinds of stuff. But a lot of people are complaining about the graphics, that they're not at a next gen level at what everybody was going to be expecting. Uh, they say everybody's saying that it is a step back compared to Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, stuff like that. It's just people aren't really liking it that great. Some of the changes and stuff like that that they've made, some people are liking it, some people are hating, but that's general normal stuff. Um, from the videos that I've seen, the graphics do look a bit dull. Some of the texturing could be a bit better. But then again, this is a beta alpha build. We don't know what's enabled, what they got downplayed just because they don't want to have that stuff in yet. We don't know just yet. So, I mean, once the final product comes out, it might be blow our minds away, hopefully. But we'll have to see. I mean, to me, as long as I've been doing gaming, betas, alphas, pre alphas, development, generally at this stage when you're this close to launch, these are builds that should be at the point where they're pretty close to final product. Or at bare minimum, the developers have the first, say, couple zones, couple levels, couple maps pretty much polished to where they can just showcase those. They can go in there. So for something like this, they would have like two maps that are done. Um, and that's the only ones that they can play. If maybe some of the other core things, like some of the weapons aren't fully polished, lock it down to like one SMG, one AR, one sniper, one of each be finished or close. I meant to where it's not going to be like, oh, I can't use this weapon type thing. Uh, Something along those lines to where people can go in there and get the feel of the game, the the sight of it, the feeling, the immersion, all that stuff, and be able to write a review because it's not under NDA. So, the first thing that they're going to do is go make a review and say, hey, this game sucks. This game terrible. The graphics suck. The gameplay, oh my god, I couldn't slide, but whatever. Um, just stuff like that that people that's going to happen. Um, I made a review on another game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. They kind of did the same thing. They showed a reveal trailer of the game, and oh my god, half the level wasn't there. Textures were missing. They had hexagon pillars on the side where the mountains were supposed to be. They just didn't put the mountain textures on those hexagons. It was missing all that stuff. I mean, everybody was scratching their head of why. So I mean, but that was just a gameplay trailer or whatever. That wasn't people actually hands on with it yet. But I don't know. I'm not gonna knock the game. I've loved Call of Duty uh, all military games I pretty much play. So I mean, I'll wait, get my hands on it. I will do a review on it. All that stuff once I get my hands on it. As soon as they let PC players in. Um, so keep an eye out. I'll have a video out on that whenever I get it. Last and not least, the big deal that a lot of people are talking about right now: Microsoft's purchase of $7.5 billion. Um, I'll just take $5. I'm not picky. $5. Um, $7.5 billion purchase of Bethesda's parent Zenimax. So that's going to change up a bit of stuff. I mean, they've got quite a few big title games and stuff like that. Wolfenstein, Doom, Rage, Elder Scrolls. I mean, they've got a big portfolio. I mean, from what we're hearing, they're supposed to keep the leadership and structure intact. Microsoft's going to run Bethesda as its own division, but hopefully they don't go in and make some stupid changes and drive them into the ground. Um, so we'll have to see. Um, as soon as they come out with some more info and stuff like that, I'll definitely let you all know what's going on, what this means for Xbox um, Game Pass owners, stuff like that. Um, what all this is going to kind of entail with that purchase there. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. So, like I said, my name is Devin. This is Devin Deadly Art Gaming. If y'all like the content, please hit that like button. If you want to keep up to date with gaming news, wrap ups, all kinds of stuff, uh, smash that subscribe button, and that way you'll be notified when I have another video come out. Uh, Feel free to join my live streams. It's on Twitch, YouTube, all over the place. Um, and if y'all want, join my Discord. Link is down below. But other than that, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for joining me.